internet, it is I, alex.slaney. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then hi, my name is Alex. If you like this video, definitely click the like button, and if you'd like to see more of me, definitely click the subscribe button right down there. Today's video, based by the title, I will be doing the long-awaited disability talk. I haven't done one of these since, I think it's been like around 5 or 6 months since I did my last disability talk. I'm really excited to do this, and I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I asked people on Instagram to send me messages or to ask me questions on anything to do with my disability, and I got a few questions, so I'm going to be answering all of those questions in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, definitely leave a comment down below. So the first question is a two-parter. First question is, when you drive, is it hard to do things? So I have driven a couple of times. Without my brace on, it would be harder to steer, but I usually have my brace on, and I will usually have my brace on while I drive. So I haven't driven without my brace on, so I'm not sure, but I cannot change gears properly, which is something I'm going to have to work on because I have to do it with my left hand. I have to like cross over, so that's pretty difficult. And then the second part of the question is, what is something you have trouble with on a daily basis? So on a daily basis, I struggle with a lot of things. Like, I can't pick up certain things. I can't put my socks on with both my hands. There are a lot of things that I do with just one of my hands. So I mean, I've gotten used to it now. There are definitely things like, if I'm holding something in my left hand, I have to like struggle to do something with my right. I can't hold heavy things like a mug or something else heavy in my other hand. So I mean, it's difficult. There are things I struggle with definitely every day. The second question is, what's your disability? My disability, for those of you who don't know or who are new to my channel, or if this is your first video you've ever clicking on my channel, my disability is called right hemiparesis or right hemiplegia. I had a stroke when I was born, which caused me to have a weakness disability. So it's hemiplegia or hemiparesis. It's a very slight version of cerebral palsy. I'm lucky enough that it's a very slight version of it. But yes, that's my disability. The third question is, how did you manage to deal with this? It was difficult. When I was younger, I didn't really realize how difficult it was because my parents would help me with a lot of things. But now that I'm getting older and having to do a lot of things on my own and seeing other people that can do things that are normal for them that I need help with, it's a little bit difficult because I'm not at the same level as other people in terms of strength and ability for certain things. So that's definitely difficult to deal with, like being in gym class and seeing like a bunch of people being able to play basketball or dribble 2 balls at once and I can't. So I mean, it's difficult, but I mean, I get through it. I'm used to doing a lot of things and inventing ways to do my best in certain things. So the fourth question is your disability acquired or congenital? I can't say that word. I believe that means whether or not you're born with it or it happens at another time in your life or after you're born. So it can happen either way. Mine just happened to happen closer to birth. So yeah, but there are a lot of people that have strokes and then they have weakness in a part of their body for the rest of their life because of that, and they have to go through therapy. But my personal case, I had it close to when I was born. So the fifth question is another question about driving. It says, is it hard to drive with your disability? P.S. Love watching your videos. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And again, it's kind of difficult in certain aspects, but in other aspects, it's just like any other person learning how to drive. So yes and no. How old were you when you found out your disability was really going to affect your life? When I really realized when my disability was really going to start affecting my life was when I got into high school, because I realized the difference in maturity. Not the difference in maturity, but I realized the difference in how people acted towards other people. and not so much in a negative or positive way, it's just how people acted in general. And that's when I noticed that it was going to be kind of difficult for me to deal with people and to get along with people, and in general just having things that I have to worry about and doing things that I seeing people do things I can't do, or trying to do things that I can't do but I try my best to do. That is when high school is when I really realized that it was going to affect me a lot. The next question, how did your friends react to your disability? So actually a few people asked me this. At first, when I was in elementary school, a lot of people used to ask me about my disability, but no one really understood what it was, and even I didn't really understand what it was fully. But I mean, a lot of people just found out about it and then left it alone. But I also did get bullied a lot in elementary school and in high school, in my early years of high school. So that was pretty difficult, but my friends usually just let it go after they found out about it and didn't really talk much about it, or when I brought it up they'd ask questions, but that was really the only time. So I mean, if they were really my friends, they would just react to it when I told them about it and then they would leave it alone. But other people who were bullying me and stuff, of course they react more to it, but I mean, those people weren't my friends. So I mean, yeah. Next question is, when were you diagnosed? So it's a complicated situation. We don't really know whether or not it happened while my mom was in labor or before my mom was in labor, because my mom had such a rough delivery and a rough labor, so we're not quite sure. But I was diagnosed with my disability a couple months after I was born, because my parents noticed that my arm was always balled up and I never used it, and I wouldn't crawl, I would scooch. I never crawled as a kid, so that's when they started noticing, so they took me to a doctor and then I was diagnosed with it. The next question is, are you self-conscious about your disability, and what do you think other people think about it, if so? So I used to be extremely self-conscious about my disability, and I never would want to wear my brace, and when I did, all I wanted to do was hide it. But now I'm coming to the sense of, if people don't like me, people don't like me. This is part of me and this is part of who I am, and if they don't realize that, I don't need them in my life, honestly. And the people that do accept me and don't see me as a different person or see me differently for my disability, then hey, that's great. But I did used to be extremely self-conscious, and I thought that everyone thought of me weirdly, and even sometimes now I still get really self-conscious, especially when I'm in gym class or doing something that I'm trying to do like everyone else is doing. The next question is, what has been your biggest difficulty? By the way, you're the best buddy ever. So this is one of my friends from my new school. What has been the biggest difficulty? I think there are a lot of things, and I kind of went over that already, just general things. Like, I used to not be able to tie my hair, I can't braid my hair properly, I can't hold several different things in my right hand. If I need to pick something up for someone, or if I need to pretty much just general things that's pretty difficult on a regular basis. I can't really pinpoint down one thing specifically that has been difficult for me, but just in general. What is the hardest part about your disability? My son was recently diagnosed. First of all, I just want to say a little shout out to all the parents and everyone that has commented or sent me messages. I want to thank you guys for reaching out, and I'm so grateful and thankful that I'm able to help you guys out with certain things, or help you guys out with figuring out how to react or what to do with your son or daughter or your child that has the same disability as me, or something somewhat the same disability as me. I just wanted to give a huge shout out and thank you guys for all the support you give me. That means a lot, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to help everyone and help you guys with that. Again, the hardest thing I think for me has been confidence, but I'm trying to work on that way more. I want to encourage people to be yourself and be who you are no matter what. I mean, confidence is a big issue for me, or has been a big issue for me, but I'm getting much better with it. What is your biggest challenge physically? So physically, I think for me is the fact that when I don't wear my brace, my arm is bent, and that it doesn't hurt necessarily, but it physically, like, that's what appears different about me. Physically though, like, doing things with my other arm, especially when I don't have my brace on, it's pretty difficult. The last question in this Q&A video is, how do you deal with people just watching your arm? Personally, it used to affect me a lot, but it doesn't really affect me anymore. A lot of people tell me that they don't even notice it until I tell them about it, but yeah, when people just watch my arm and I notice that they're just watching my arm, I kind of like, I tell them why my arm's like that unless I'm wearing my brace. But I mean, I roll with it. I don't really say anything. That's not really my place to say anything about it if people are judging me for it or people are thinking differently of me for it. Again, like, if that person doesn't like me for it, then that person doesn't have to like me, but it's a part of me and it's a part of who I am. So if they don't like that, then whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more questions for me, or if you guys have any video ideas or any video requests to do with my disability or to do with any other content that you would like to see from my channel, definitely leave those in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't ever forget that you're beautiful and awesome and you mean something to someone. And I will see all of you beautiful people in my next video. Bye!